Okay, my apprentice just checked the mail and said there's something in here for the Aussie Repair Guy YouTube. It's interesting. Let's find out what this is. I've got a fresh scalpel blade here. We will probably be careful. If there's anything in here, we'll shake it down. We probably don't want to cut it, whatever might be in here. Let's have a look.
I wonder if it's fan mail.
Might be, we'll find out.
Looks like it.
Find out. What have we got? We've got a letter in there. Ah, hello.
Wait. Is that two? Is that two?
2 lanyards. Ah,
Give me
so
one.
hang on. We'll have a look.
Please.
These are the
Hidden disability.
the hidden disability lanyards.
I know them, Dad.
Okay, that's what they are. They're for the hidden disability lanyards. All right, I will look at that letter later and just see. Okay, so yes, these are useful, particularly on public transport, to indicate that you have a hidden disability. In my case, it's both autism and multiple sclerosis, and in my apprentice's case, it's autism. And it's useful when getting around, particularly the city with us, when sensory overload can be a bit of an issue, and we need that little bit of extra help or a little bit of extra time. It's a nice discreet way of signifying that. And from accounts of Mr. Middo, who come up and did some collaborations with me, he has one of these, and he said it actually is quite well recognised. So very much appreciated for these. They will definitely get used. Okay, deliveries are rolling in again. I was expecting this to be 300 millimeters of brass rod, but unless they've chopped it into little bits, that won't be what this is. So let's see. That's right, I'll put a new scalpel blade on that. Let's have a look. Ah, that's the lighter I was hoping. So that I'm hoping to pull the valve assembly out and reuse on a Victorinox Swiss flame knife. So let's just see what this looks like anyway, and see how it works before we pull it apart pretty much immediately. So no gas in it. We'll put some in. Let's put some gas in here. Okay, let's try now. Okay, so it uses the same mechanism I was hoping it would, and that looks like a fairly similar valve assembly. Yep, I think that I might be able to retrofit that into the system that I've got. That'll be good. Alright, we'll pull that apart and see what we get. Also in the delivery is a jelly fidget fun kit. These are like some sort of polymer you cast into a gel. My apprentice wants to muck around with this. I'm curious too to see if it would make a good like impression compound or something that I can use to make like Petrobond casting sand molds. So we're both going to experiment with that. Something I have needed for many years, an automatic center punch. Simple, but definitely very handy. I broke one of these the other day, so I have another one. 3mm drill bit that fits in my little hand drill. And I got a 2.5mm drill bit that I was hoping to drill a hole in a steel block and countersink the head so that I can put some brass rod in there, smack it, make a tapered end for a rivet. Anyway, let's move on, see what else shows up. I just noticed this has a little copper ingot in here that when it heats up, it makes it light up green. That's just burning a little bit of copper. Interesting stuff. Alright, something else I use a lot of, isopropyl alcohol. I was getting low on this, so I got some more. That is 10 Aussie dollary doos for that, for what is, how much, about 100ml? Something like that, 125ml. So yeah, not a lot for your money. Alright, I've made a little bit of headway here. I did crack this trying to drill a 5mm in countersink or counter bore to get this to work flush, but if it does fit, that will interface, so that valve assembly will work. This is the same thread as the original valve assembly, which is around here somewhere. So this is the original valve assembly that I snapped off, and we can see that this threaded assembly fits in here. It's the same thread. So this is likely an off-the-shelf part I could probably find somewhere. But in the meantime, I do need to shorten this by about the length of that thread, by about 5 or 6 millimeters. so it'll fit in like that. But if I can find the right thread tap, that won't be a problem. And yeah, so we're close to having a working solution. I will need to make a couple more tanks and do a bit more hand drilling, but this could be a solution. Alright, I've had another delivery from somewhere else in the state. We'll see what this is. I think it should be what it should be, but if it is the case, I was kind of wondering how they'd ship this stuff and how you'd get... Yep, it is kind of what I thought. I packed it between 2 layers of cardboard, and there is an invoice under here we don't want on camera. We'll remove that. Can we separate these 2 pieces of cardboard? Oh, he's strapped it to the cardboard. Here you go. So here's my 30 centimeters of brass rod, which should be 2.5 millimeters in diameter, which should be what I need to put my Victronox Swiss Flame back together again. We will just real quickly grab some calipers, check the diameter, see if it is what we need. So it should be 2.45 millimeters. It is exactly what we need. That is good. Now I'm just going to have to work out how to flare the ends and trim it up and everything. But good stuff. We can get our knife back together. Okay, we have another delivery, and I'm fresh back from oncology. Had a needle in me for the last 4 or 5 hours. What do we got here? Some Cat 5 ballons. I use these for CCTV cameras, so analog and AHD and stuff. You can basically send them down a twisted pair cable. They're not Ethernet adapters, they just send analog signal down twisted pair, and they have a little filter in there that just helps stop the signal degradation. I use heaps of these. I've got a couple that has failed recently, so spares. Good stuff. Alright, we're in the field for this one with a bag of nappy wipes as a phone holder. I got halfway through opening this and realised I had my address in view, so we've got to rip that off out of the way. See what this is. This is another Victronox knife. This is a Victronox Huntsman. This is pretty much the smallest one you can get that has a saw blade in it. I have a Victronox Swiss Flame I've managed to repair, and the difference between the Swiss Flame and the Camp Flame is the Camp Flame had a saw blade. I just don't know how to get the saw blade open in this one. I think we hook it from the end. There we go. That's the saw blade. So this one will get, I'll get the scales popped off. I'll drill the sides out and we'll reassemble everything. And I'll be putting the saw blade on the side of the Swiss Flame. And this is a brand new one. I could have got a second-hand one for not much money. But either way, this will be contributing its parts to a better knife. Alright, just got home. There's another parcel waiting for me. It's been about a week since I've been here, so we'll see what this is. Scalpel blades are very sharp, apparently. Okay, so let's get that one out. This is this combined shipping that AliExpress do now, I think. Alright, lost track of some of the things that I've ordered, so I guess we'll figure out what this is as we go. Careful not to cut my fingers off here. Okay. Well, they didn't want to get any out of the wrapping, did they? I know the colour of that blue box. I know what this will be. This will be a video ballon. So I need to replace a couple of these. So that is good. So basically what this does, uses a piece of Cat 5 unshielded twisted pair, or category 6 UTP if you want, to send some analog or digital video down one video channel per pair. Good stuff, not terribly complicated inside, and no, it's not an Ethernet adapter. You can't plug it into your router. As I have seen those advertised somewhere as being Ethernet adapters, and they're not. And this is because I couldn't get them from the other supplier. These are basically the same thing, just differently terminated. These are the ones with the B and C males on one end and B and C female on the other. Kind of useful for a number of reasons. But anyway, good stuff. We'll see what else shows up. Alright, we have another delivery here. This is an Ozpost one. So probably from somewhere in the country. And meanwhile my child is in the other room destroying stuff. Have a look at what this is. It's wrapped up pretty good, whatever it is. Hope it's not something static sensitive. Yep, it is something static sensitive. But it's in an anti-static bag. In amongst non-anti-static. I guess that works. This will be another 16 gig PC4 2133 RAM stick. Good. I already have one of these, but I needed 2 of them. So that is good. That will go in my laptop very shortly. Alright, a couple more things showed up. I have a drill chuck. Hopefully I can use that for peening some brass rivets, because peening's what you do. Some files, some cheap ones, might be useful for filing down brass rivets. We'll see how we go. Interesting stuff either way. Alright, we have another delivery. We're outside because I'm waiting for a pickup at the moment. So we're going to see what this one was. I'm not sure what I was expecting for this, so we'll see. I've got to get into this without cutting a hole in my bonnet. Or the hood, as some people would call it. On the hood of the 6-wheel drive. This has got something little in the bag here. This is the little, this is, nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery. It's the size of this is a V600 HRT. That goes in the Jeep flashlight. So the new Jeep we got, which is a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, has a little flashlight that clips in the back. Has a little rechargeable battery in it, and this is the one that goes in there. So nifty. I'm surprised that got through. There's Australia has new rules about packaging button cells, and I'm going to guess that took a long time because they wanted to assess whether or not it was appropriate, and it looks like they have maybe retaped the package or something. Anyway, here comes my ride, so I'm going to take off. Alright, a couple of batteries have arrived. These are 12 volt 9 amp hour basically sealed lead acid batteries. These are going to go into my UPS that recently killed a couple of batteries. Again, as it does every couple of years. In any case, we can finish that project. So let's see what else shows up. Okay, some more deliveries arrived. We have an adapter from TS9 to SMA female. Interesting stuff. These cost me about 30 bucks a piece. And we have some SMA male to FME male. Useful stuff. They will go together with the project I'm working on. Alright, so summer is here and we have the air conditioning going. Something else that showed up today is a new USB lead that is apparently compatible with a whole bunch of things that use USB-C, so that makes sense. And also the suspicious little hard to find piece of plastic cellophane tape in there. We'll find out if this is just a charge lead or if it's an actual data lead as well. But it looks kind of nice and a reasonable length on it too, actually. Let's see if this actually does data. Just realised this thing is a whole 3 meters long. Let's plug in over here. See if we do data. Yes, it does do data. Okay, it's popped up on the screen to show me I can access my phone. So, actually not bad. 3 meter USB-C lead. Crazy. Alright, another delivery. Don't know what it was. It's probably from AliExpress, looking at this wrapping. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, these might be more of these little flashlight thingies. I ordered one of these ages ago because they look really compact. And I've been meaning to buy a few extras, so pretty sure that's what this is. 3 different sellers, but they all combine them into the one parcel. That's AliExpress for you. Alright, so these are all different variations on a theme. I've had one of these that worked really well, and need another. Okay, this one's bigger than I thought. Okay, this one's way bigger than I thought. Let's see. This one's identical to the one I've already got. So you can hold it on to light it up, which is incredibly bright. You can double click to turn it on to various different brightnesses, or you can triple click. And that gives you white light on the side, flashing ultraviolet, red, flashing red, and red and blue. So these are very nice, and they're rechargeable with a little USB-C lead. Little tiny lithium battery in there, 150 milliamp hour. I was hoping this would be the same as that, but this looks like it's much bigger. Okay, so same process, just same LEDs, just much bigger LED. Oh, it's got fancier programming. Does it still have ultraviolet? Still has ultraviolet. There we go. Oh, okay, so this is pretty cool. And this has also got a super flash mode as well. I think we can... Okay, so this one doesn't have the push and hold to turn off. Oh, it's got a belt clip with it as well. I guess that clips over there somewhere. We'll investigate that. That one has a 400 milliamp hour battery. Considerably bigger. So that might go in my survival kit. All right, let's see what we got for number 3 here. Because that one only... All of these, I think, the whole lot cost me about $9. They wanted to sell me one of these for $1 with $8 shipping, so I went, screw you, I'll go to other sellers. This, I presume, is going to be the same as the other ones. Oh, but green because of the side layer. The UV, I guess, is probably going to make it glow at night. Yeah, all the same programs. Let's see if we go here. I want to know what the red and blue flash mode does. Here we go. Is it any different? No. This is just the standard flash mode. Okay, so interesting stuff. We've got several more of these. These are handy. And these have magnets on the end. This one has a much bigger magnet on the end, which makes more sense. And a little a loop for a lanyard on it. Good stuff. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. So, cool stuff. We'll see what else shows up. Alright, anniversary gift arrived. Got some talc. The actual talc is hard to find these days because it's usually cornstarch. And that grows mold in your boots. Whereas this thing is more interesting. I need to open this up with a knife. Alright, we've got this open. This is a decent size snatch block, commensurate with the larger diameter cable that the ambulance uses. Very much handy to use for those situations where I'm going to have trouble getting it unbogged. Nice use. And there's also a split pin here, or a split circlip that I can get off, which will be handy if I've ever got to service the thing. Okay, let's see what else we get. Alright, we have another delivery arrived. This one's a warranty return. So, we have a 1500 VA UPS. My last one we got in a month before its warranty and it died. So this is a warranty replacement. So we're going to unpack this and put it back together and put it in service right away because we could really use it. So just a little update on the motherboard that Alan donated here. It has had some updates. It actually works. We've got a HP plug back from him. Thank you very much. And it's now got 16 gig of RAM. It now has a SATA NVMe card in here, and we're going to try and boot from USB. Right, another delivery. Not normally something I'd care about, a stack of paper, but 500 sheets of paper. It's taken me about 4 years to get through my last one, so momentous a moment. I think a lot of officers said, you know, computers and email are going to make us go paperless, and it actually caused them to print more paper. I get through a relatively small amount, but we had a lot of paperwork to do this year. Fortunately, I'm on NDIS now, along with my apprentice, and so it was worth the ream of paper, I guess. I'm going to chuck this in my printer. See you later.